Let's cut right to the chase, why don't we? This is a great graphic novel, family style, memories of an American from Vietnam, from Thien Pham. And what makes it a fabulous graphic novel is all the more surprising and rewarding because it's not a graphic novel that sticks to the stereotypes that one might expect. Instead, it flies in its face. It is the story about Pham's personal family's flight from Vietnam. How do you make that engaging? What you do is, what Mr. Pham has done is, he has encapsulated key moments in his life and attributed and drawn parallels to food. Memories of food. Like when they were on the boat and the rice that his mother saved for him. That's one chapter. It's one of the more powerful, one of the more powerful chapters. There's also a chapter about when his family started a bakery in California and the croissants that they had there. Because food is a memory, man. In the post on the website, Daddy Mojo, we wrote a very little vignette, a paragraph about brown rice. Because when I lived in Key West, Florida, that's all I ate for 2 months. Because it's all I could afford. I know first world problems, but foods can blend and really shape a memory, and that's what family style is all about. It's presented, the graphic novel is presented in a cartoon style with cartoon rectangles that you might see in like a comic strip. An old-timey comic strip, back in the day when they had newspapers. And it's presented that way for most of them. Some of the pages are full rectangles, but for the most part the story plays out by classic comic strips. And it paces itself so well because had the illustrations been more realistic, then the story wouldn't have been entertaining. And had the story been more richly detailed, it could have been too much because you're talking about immigrants from Vietnam who really had a hard go of it. They were attacked by pirates, then kind of put in, I guess, a holding camp for refugees on the way to be processed to become American citizens. Great graphic novel that manages to educate, inform, and entertain all in the same book. It is fabulous. You are not going to regret reading Family Style. Who is it going to be great for? It's going to be a little too much for those 12-year-olds, just because they're not going to understand or appreciate what it's about and the sacrifices that Pham's family had to make. Some 12-year-olds will get it. So because of that, I'll say 12 and up. And I'll say like our 13-year-old would read it and get it, but the 11-year-old brother would not. So any middle school library, they're going to love Family Style. Any high school library, you're going to love it. And even individual readers, if you're doing Asian studies, man, this is a must-read for those high schools or those middle schools that have Asian studies. Check it out. It is Family Style. And it gets a big old whopping 5 stars out of 5 stars from Daddy Mojo.